What's up, guys? It's Bolt, and I'm back here with another video. Today's video is going to be a little different than my other build videos. This one's going to be a weapon showcase of a weapon that I have really been enjoying, and that is the Iron Cleaver. Just take a look at that bad boy right there. Now, what makes this weapon fun and unique is the R2 that it has. So, since many players don't see this weapon often, you will be catching a lot of players off guard with its R2, and let me demonstrate that for you. The thing looks ridiculous. It's so awesome. So since you cover so much distance, you will be roll catching people for days, and just like people will underestimate the distance that it covers, and you'll be hitting a lot of people with it. If you that's how it looks when you charge it. If you just tap it, you won't go as far, but you can still throw your opponent's timing off with mixing it up, holding it down and not holding it down. So that would be really good. And since we will be doing plenty of charge attacks, this pairs very well with the Axe Talisman, which enhances your charge attacks. So you will be doing insane damage with your charge attacks. Now let's go over the rest of the moveset. It's pretty basic, nothing flashy besides that R2, which is so good. But the R1s come out really fast, which is nice. The jumping R1 is good. It has a fast recovery. The jumping R2, I wouldn't use that so much because it has a longer recovery, and this weapon is pretty short in terms of reach. So I would just stick with the R1 if you're going to do jumping attacks. Rolling attack is decent, comes out decently fast. Running R1 is right here. Running R2 is right there. Longer recovery on that. But the good thing about the running attacks is if you do land one, follow it up with the charged R2. Because once somebody usually gets hit with a running attack, they'll tend to roll away from you, and this will catch them right after that. Really nice. In terms of the Ashes of War that I chose for this weapon, so I mixed it up and I experimented with a couple. The first one I did use was the default one, which is Wild Strikes. Now, since this is a silly looking weapon, I feel Wild Strikes is a silly Ash of War, and it paired really well. Just funny, just swinging. I'm sorry, that's the Flaming Strike. That's one actually that I enjoy on this weapon as well. But we'll go over the first one that I enjoy, and I'll put it on Wild Strike so I can demonstrate that. It should be up here. Here it is. Since people don't really respect this weapon, they're gonna be all in your face and thinking they could just have their way with you, but they're wrong. Wild Strikes has Giga Hyper Armor and Poise, and you can just poise through pretty much any attack, and they'll just walk right into your face, taking hits like crazy. Then you can finish it off with the Wild Strike R1 or the Wild Strike R2, which is this one. I prefer the R1. It has faster recovery than the R2. For my lower level builds, I do like this more cold infused. It still gets B scaling and strength if it's cold infused, and the ability to cause frostbite will make up for the damage that you do not have at a low level PvP. At the higher levels, I will scale it heavy infused, and it gets an A scaling, I believe, heavy infused. I will showcase my builds in later videos, my lower level builds, and my other builds that I use this weapon with. But this is just a weapon showcase. Another Ash of War that I experimented with was Sword Dance. So I'll put that on, and I can show you that one as well, which is right here. And this one I didn't really care for too much on this weapon. Sword Dance is really good for closing in distance and roll catching people who go away from you. But that already has the R2 has that covered already, so I felt it was a little redundant. So I didn't really care for it too much. You will see in a couple of the duels in this video, I do use it a little bit, but I didn't stick with it. And then the final one was the Flaming Strike, which I did enjoy, and I probably prefer it on this weapon along with the Wild Strikes. Flaming Strike, that's always good for throwing your opponent off and roll catching as well, and then you could always follow it up with the R2 right here. Now your sword is buffed as well, and it make your R2 get a little more damage. So I did like Flaming Strike as well as the Wild Strikes. Those are my two preferred Ashes of War that I've used so far on this. I do like to pair this weapon with an offhand rapier. This one is the Clean Rot. And that's all. You could always pair like a dagger, a straight sword, or a rapier on your offhand. They swing so much faster. Any weapon in your left hand will swing faster than it is on your main hand. So this is good for also roll catching and just throwing your opponents off. Instead of the standard R1s for this will come out really fast. and it's also good to put a second actual on your offhand weapon. And I usually tend to use Thunderbolt as a finisher. There, people won't expect it at all. So that's always a good finisher to have, and nice, great for mix-ups as well. But that's basically it, guys. Pretty self-explanatory on the moveset. Besides that unique R1, R2 that I really love. It's so fun. It's a silly-looking weapon. I love using off-meta stuff, especially fighting against meta weapons. You know, the rapiers, the great thrusting swords, the spears, the double spears that people use, the halberds. And it's just, I find it really refreshing trying to find new weapons and new ways to play the game instead of using the same meta stuff that you see out there, the Rivers of Blood, the Moon Veils. And it's really satisfying winning with lesser used weapons such as this. A lot of people won't expect it, so you do have the element of surprise on your hand. But that's basically it, guys. Hope you guys enjoy this video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Please comment below. Let me know what you think of this kind of video. If you'd like to see these weapon showcases a little bit more. Also, let me know what unique weapons you guys are using that you do not see very often. I like discovering new stuff. So please drop a comment. Let me know what you guys are using. Let me know what you recommend trying out. But that's it, guys. Hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll catch everybody in the next one.
Hey! Hey!